The book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 6. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream.
So he said, I want you to finish it out. And so he said, our prophets, everybody else, that's because Moses had a special relationship with the Most High. You understand? Remember, the Most High allowed Moses to see his back parts. He allowed himself to speak to Moses, mouth to mouth, face to face. Well, not face to face because he couldn't, Moses can see him, but mouth to mouth. And he made everything clear for Moses. Moses didn't have to guess. He told Moses, like when he told him in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, your people going to slavery with ships. He told them they're going to slavery. It's not a mystery. These wicked Israelites are going into slavery with ships at this time. You understand?
My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. In the similitude of the Lord shall he behold.
See, because that's when because we're prophets. You know, none of us up here that we know about are Moses. So we have to gain understanding first by keeping the commandments. Then we can start understanding some of the dark sayings, the similitudes that are within this Bible. But it first starts with the basics, knowing that you're an Israelite, knowing you got to keep the Day of Atonement. Then some certain things will be made understood to you. But not with Moses. He said he spoke apparently to Moses, right? So, like I said, Moses didn't have to guess. He said, Moses, these people are going, if they don't do all my commandments and statutes, I'm going to curse these people. Point blank, period. Right. All right, read.
Judges chapter 5 verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers.
So see, that's a similitude, right? The noise of archers, we had to understand that thing like, look, wait a minute, the noise of archers, but arrows don't make, oh, they're talking about, right.
In the places of drawing water.
The place of drawing water, so the places where we're servants. That's servitude. Hey, nigga, go fetch me some water. But more important, go fetch me some cotton. Go fetch me some tobacco, right? Places of drawing waters, the place of our servitude, because we're in captivity. All right, read.
There shall they rehearse the righteous acts.
Here shall we rehearse the righteous acts. So remember, I was bringing all that out about atonement because it said don't work. So I understand, like I said, I know what you do for a living, and I know that you got rent to pay and so forth. So you got to do what you can, but you don't make an excuse. Because with the Most High, give me that 2 Samuel, by him actions away. Because the Most High looks on your actions. We just can't profess them with our mouth. You know, or just like, oh yeah, or make excuses basically like, yeah, knowing you really can't close the store, knowing that you can try to go to your landlord, look, I need to close the store down these days. You know, you can't just go through the motions like, oh, I'm gonna try, but knowing you really not trying. The Most High know that thing, because he know your mind. You know, he knows everything, he sees all, his eyes everywhere. Read this.
1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 3. Talk no more so exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth.
So don't be arrogant, and it's talking about also being arrogant about the things that are in this Bible. You know, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can circumvent this law. You know how people always try to, you know, like we commanded on the Sabbath not to cook. But you got wicked Negroes that go throw something in the microwave like that's not cooking. Or go if it's hot in the summertime, oh, I'm gonna sit my food out in the sun. I'm not cooking it. The sun heating it up. Brother, you playing. That's arrogant.
I have a question about that. I think I might have done something arrogant.
Okay, hold on. We'll finish.
Talk no more so exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
See, he's a God of knowledge. He knows. He knows. By him, actions are weighed. Go get it. By him, actions are weighed. So it's what we do. It's based on what we do. You know, you got a lot of people like, oh, God, know my heart. But they don't keep no laws. By him, actions are weighed. We have to do and show the Most High, you know, that we can trade about this thing. So we have to try the best that we can. Oh, we got a precept for that. Read it.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 13. He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy.
So all praises, that's actually, I think that's where it proceed right into your question. See, because you're not great, like you said, you think you committed a sin. So all praises to the Most High for putting that on you. You about to bring that up. You're not going to try to cover that thing up.
No,
so what was it? What was your question?
What I did was, in order to try to keep the regular law, I would sometimes have to go tonight. So they went after sundown.
Right.
So I went to my barber yesterday before sundown. paid him. I said, man, I'll come back to you tomorrow. Is that okay? Only they tightened it today, but I didn't spend the money.
Give me all the Sabbath about buying the slave. Give me Nehemiah 10. Now you got to understand, yesterday was a double Sabbath. And on the Sabbath, right, the Day of Atonement is a Sabbath. Because we just read that it's a Sabbath of rest. So we treat it like a Sabbath. It's no buying and no selling. So tell me when during what time and what time did it stop being the Sabbath? Because the moment it's set on the Day of Atonement, right, the moment it's set on Atonement, this Sabbath started. So when did you have wiggle room in there to buy?
Truth be told, it's sundown Thursday, it's sundown Saturday, it's really what it is. I wasn't thinking Friday is the day before the Sabbath. And I knew it was Day of Atonement, I wasn't thinking it was treated as a Sabbath.
Right, all praises. So that's why, all praises. So now you know the Day of Atonement. I'm going to read you Nehemiah 10:31 anyway, about buying and selling on the Sabbath. But understand, like you seem to already know, Thursday sundown started the Day of Atonement, right? That was a Sabbath. When it came into Friday, all day yesterday was still a Day of Atonement. When the sun went down, it ended the Day of Atonement, but remember, it started the Sabbath. Right.
Now I know there really was no.
Should have did everything on Wednesday.
Right.
Or Thursday before the sun. All praises, all praises.
Nehemiah chapter 10 verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day.
Or on the holy day. See, Day of Atonement yesterday was a holy day, right? We don't buy or sell on those days, right? You got any more questions on them?
Besides that, that's for anybody.
I wanted to let you know, because I think you were confused about the classes. We have classes at 12, starting at 12. I definitely would suggest going to the 12 o'clock class, because we cover a lot of the basics then, right? So it's from about 12 to 3.
Is there another one also?
There's another, right, because we won't get back. We're not going to wrap up here till about 3. We don't get back to school till about 4. I know myself, I'm not there till about 5. So then it's 5 till pretty much sundown. And maybe a little beyond, depending on the teacher and what's coming out at that time. What's going on, brother? Oh, step back a little bit,
Do you have any time during the week too, or certain times I can just...
Yes, we got classes on Thursdays as well. We call that the foundational basics. That's an outstanding class to come to. It's Thursday at 7:30. But online, if you can't make it down to the school, we can get online. Go on Periscope or go on YouTube. We have classes 3 times a day, 7 days a week.
Now, do y'all fall under DC Truth Be Told? Yes. Or is it that's a different camp?
We used to have the Truth Be Told program. It's actually been
Tuesdays.
It's postponed.
Okay. All right.
It's at school.
But it's at the school on Tuesday. But those are deeper classes for him. He needs the basics.
Okay.
All right. So I invite him to come out to the Thursday class.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, all praise, bro. Shalom. Hey, little brother, come here. Come around here. Bro, do you know who you are? You know who you are in the Bible? Do you know who you are? You know you're an Israelite? Where are you from? Look on this sign here. On I think it's on the right hand. Let me see, Josh. On this left hand side, this is what the world calls us. This is what our captives call us. This is what the Bible calls us. Where do you see yourself on this side? American black. So you're from the tribe of Judah, the Head tribe. Did you know that? Have you ever heard that before? Somebody told you were Israelite? You had a question. You got any questions?
How y'all make y'all shirts?
Say it again.
How y'all get y'all shirts?
How do we get our shirts? Talking about like this? Or like this? Because I didn't buy, this is a regular shirt I got on. Give me numbers 1538. Because you're worrying about the fringes. You're looking at the fringes and stuff on our shirts, right? When we buy them, we don't buy them like this. They come as a regular shirt. They'll come with the logo on it. But first off, you got to come down to the school. All right? But and you could buy them online, but you don't need one of these shirts to keep this commandment. The brothers you see in these shirts with these fringes on it, we're doing this because it's a commandment from the Most High God for our people. Has anybody ever told you that? You do know that? I'm gonna read it to you anyway, just in case you don't understand. Read.
Numbers chapter 15 verse 38.
What's your name, little brother? Tyrone? I'm Nick Tyrone.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
This is Moses talking to the children of Israel. Do you know who Moses is? You know the story about Moses bringing the Israelites out of Egypt? You know that whole story? About when he went bringing them through the Red Sea? So this is Moses speaking to the children of Israel. When you read the Bible, did you know that the Most
That they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So the Most High God told Moses, go to the children of Israel and bid them, command them that they make fringes. Over here, Tyrone, pay attention. Learn something. In the borders of our garments throughout our generations. That's why I showed you the t-shirt I had on underneath this. Because these are still fringes in a border of blue. So right now, I sew, or my wife will sew. We got people at the school, we got our women at the school, they sew as well. But you can do something that's called poor man fringes. You understand? If you don't have anybody around you that's willing to sew fringes on for you, because to get these fringes, I went to Joann's Fabrics. You can go to Joann's Fabrics. You can go online. You come down to the school. I don't know if you got anybody to give you a ride, because we're in Upper Marlboro. You can come down to the school. You can get fringes. You take the fringes and you sew them on your shirt, or like I was bringing out, you can do what's called poor man fringes. So you can take your hoodie right now. You can go get you a ribbon. Find some way to get that ribbon to stay on your clothes, because you can't sew, right? So you can get your grandmother, somebody do it. So you can get some you can get some thread glue. I mean, some fabric glue. You can get some fabric glue, glue a ribbon on, and cut the bottom of your hoodie to make fringes in it on all your clothes until you get somebody to sew them on. Because it's important that you keep these commandments. You understand? Look around. You know where we live at. I'm from around here too, Tyrone. Our people in the poorest of conditions. You know how we got this way? Let me do Deuteronomy 28:15. I'm gonna show you how we got this way. This didn't just happen for no reason. Look at that. My man running across the street. You know where he running to? He running to go get his fix, ain't he? He willing to get hit by a car just to get high. That's madness, isn't it? So you need to ask yourself, how did we get like this? First, give me Deuteronomy 7:6. No, 28:1. We said 28:1. I'm gonna let you know what the Most High God says about us if we keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. Because I asked you, did you know that the laws in this book were only for Israel? You told me yes. So this is the book of the laws. Our laws are here. This is our heritage. The laws are our heritage. You understand? This is what separates us from everybody on the entire planet. This makes us special. I forget it. Get Deuteronomy 7:6.
Bring it out.
Let's let the Most High God tell you that. Because I'm not speaking my own words. I'm speaking from the Bible. Tyrone, listen to this. I want you to listen closely, all right? And believe what you're hearing.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
Stop. It said the Most High God made us a holy people. Do you know what the word holy means? The word holy means separate. So He separated us from everybody else. He chose us among everybody else. You understand? You got a closet full of clothes, right? Or a closet full of shoes. You bought all those shoes and you picked all those shoes, but you got your favorite pair, don't you? Out of all your video games, you play video games, right? Like I know I got like 30 games in the house. I only play but one or two because it's my favorite. The Most High God said, even though, yes, I created all these people, but I made them my favorite.
Right.
You understand? He made us His favorite, a holy and separate people.
That's right.
You understand? Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Now, I know the world we live in, they tell you, our people have always been fighting for what? Equality. From Malcolm X to Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey. You ever heard of any of these people? You see with the Black Lives.
Came down the street, all down the bottom.
Right. Hey, look. You know what? If you go in that's so funny. In every city, every ghetto in America, there's always a Martin Luther King Boulevard. Right? They don't give us. They know we the greatest people on the face of the earth. They know what they did to us by putting us in slavery. And you know what they give us back? A street. They gave us a Martin Luther King Boulevard. Here, I oppressed your people. I raped your women. I stuck you in the ghettos. Here, take Martin Luther King Boulevard. Come on, that's wicked. That's the place we live in. You understand? But you got to continue to ask yourself, how did we get this way? How did we get this way as a people? Give me 28:1.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
Remember, this is Moses speaking to the Israelites, all right? And he brought them out of Egypt. This is Moses giving prophecy to the Israelites. He heard this from God himself.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if you know what it means to hearken diligently? If you listen and do, not just listen, but if you listen and do, diligent is an action word. So to be diligent in something, you have to do it, right? So you can't just listen, you have to actually do, all right?
Right. To observe and to do.
See, he just said it. To observe, so to know, and to do, but do what?
All his commandments, which I commanded thee this day.
The Most High God said all his commandments. Because right now, in all these churches we got around here, they won't tell you to do all the commandments, right? They won't tell you that you can't eat crab, because we love crabs here in Baltimore, don't we? That thing is abomination. We're not supposed to touch that thing. That's why most of us walk. You didn't know that?
You know?
Give me, let's drop that. I'm gonna get you that law. We breaking a big law. We breaking a law, and we've grown up thinking it's okay. I know from the time I was born, you can't wait to sit at that table with your mother and them while they eating Coronas and cracking crabs, right? And that you know when somebody got paid because they go get some crabs, right? They'll come home like, man, I'm coming home with like 2 pounds of shrimp. That's madness.
Leviticus.
All praises. Bring it up.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
Hold on. Give me Leviticus 11. Go to 40. 40 or 46. Yeah, 46. Hold on, read that.
Look.
Hold on. Come on, Tyrone. You got to hear this. This is important.
Leviticus chapter 11 verse 46. This is the law of the beast and of the fowl and of every living creature that moveth in the waters.
So the Most High God said, this what I'm going to read to you are the laws of the beasts we can eat. So everything that walk around, the fowl, what's in the air. So what can we eat? Tyrone, we're going to bring it out. How did we get here where every 2 seconds is a dang ambulance going past? So he's going to tell you what you can eat that walks around, what you can eat that's in the air, and what you can eat that's in the waters, right? Because we think we can eat whatever we want, as long as it tastes good. That's all we're concerned with, right? Right. But that's not how the Most High God made it, right? Because when you get a car, right, they tell you, well, you'll know one day when you buy a car. When you get a car, they tell you, look, this instructions only put this type of fuel in the car, right? If you put any other type of fuel in the car, that car gonna break down. The Most High God is telling us what to fuel our bodies with, right, so they don't break, so that they do not break down. But because we don't listen to this, that's why every other person you see got diabetes, high blood pressure, leg, foot cut off, gout. You understand? That's why we afflicted with these things, for not putting the fuel in our body that the Most High God told us to put in.
It's so hard to serve God. And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd. For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.